softball tournament for the weekend in Vermont. Vermont. We're driving to Vermont to play softball. 4-hour drive, guaranteed 4 games. It's the freaking Monday team.
Mondays.
You believe it?
5.7 WZID just
Mountains of New Hampshire.
Welcome to the weekend. We're getting it started with 30 minutes of today's variety just for you.
New Hampshire liquor store. They don't sell beer. Upstate.
People are all weird looking in here.
Look at this place. Nice lake. Chris, you girls ready for some softball tomorrow?
I love Monday.
Yeah.
Hey.
Look at these hats. Look at these guys.
We love Monday.
Sure, my best day of the week. It's Monday!
Oh, look at you.
This is what it's all about. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You come up here, all right, you can't get like
The show.
You can't get like baseball, you can't get like basketball, football tournaments. But softball, can you get it? And then you run into people like this.
Hey, there he is.
I mean, you run into people like this. One of the craziest people that ever
Guys.
Okay, guy's not normal, and you see him up here in Vermont.
Oh,
Okay?
yeah.
And he's got his passport. He's going.
To Canada. I'm going to Canada tonight and tomorrow with Mr. Monday. We're going to go to Canada. Rip it up.
I guess I gotta go. I got no choice. Never been there. If coach lets me go,
Let's go.
It's up
As
to the
long as
coach.
you're back by curfew.
All right, I got curfew. I'm in Pittsburgh, New Hampshire. Let's get something straight. There should only be one Pittsburgh in the United States. We know where that should be, and is Pennsylvania. This was in a convenience store, and they get live bait being sold next to ice cream cones. Here's a French-Canadian station. I don't know what they're saying. They're singing something about hockey, beer, taxes, and health insurance, I assume. This is Moo right here, star outfielder for the team. What do you think next game? What are we going to do?
I think the other.
We're going to take a look at his eye block. He doesn't have a black eye, he's got eye black. Okay, he's an old school ball player.
We're gonna get it.
Throwback from like the 60s, this guy right here. And he doesn't wear underwear when he plays, by the way. Monday.
3:45 a.m.
Oh, look at that thing, huh?
So you guys think you're pretty good because you won 3 games? Big deal.
Listen,
right?
but listen, I've been playing professional softball for about 22 years now. I made All-American.
I didn't even know there was a pro league.
No, it's definitely a pro league. It's definitely a pro league.
Really?
There's a lot of professional ball players down here.
This guy might be a degenerate. I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure this out. Hold on.
No, he is.
Are you kidding?
You're a degenerate? What kind? Softball degenerate? Or
No, everything.
just gambling? Sex? Huh?
You just hit the trigger. The pants is unloaded.
Did you just move when I asked you that question?
Yes, it did. It went wing, wing, wing.
What's the matter with your dad?
Hourglass. My just went like an hourglass.
Not my neck.
Are you related to him?
Nope.
Listen, didn't fare too well, but I'll tell you what. The Monday crew made a splash. We get the best uniforms. People are yelling Mondays. People tell me they hated Mondays. They love Mondays. We're spreading the word. It's getting around. Tomorrow's Monday. It's a new day. It's a new beginning to a new week, to a new challenge of a new life, of a new universe. Thank you. Monday! Welcome to the I Love Monday show. I'm your host, Mr. Monday, and tonight I got the dainty Bubba Yaega on the
Oh, Senor Lightfoot. How we doing Monday, people?
You're very dainty.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you wearing
like
an I Love Wednesday shirt on a I Love Monday show?
Well, it's funny you asked, Mr. Monday. There's really no one else who, weekends get the big view as far as the days, The weekdays get no love. So I figure there's no, there's no love for any, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No one cares about
What
those
do you mean?
days.
Wednesday's hump day. Everyone knows Wednesday's
No,
hump day.
but
What are you talking
Wednesday,
about?
I feel like what I'm going to do is make up a day that everyone can get behind that people normally don't like. Wednesday starts the weekend. Everyone gets, I'll do some gear, maybe wear some like jackets, do a softball team. I love Wednesdays. I figure it's an original idea. No one backs weekdays,
Would you make love to a camel?
If you were there, you got a hump back there? What do you got?
No, I'm just wondering if you would make love to a camel.
Absolutely. If it enough sand, I'll make love to you.
Would you chase a camel through the desert?
That camel will chase me in the fields in the desert. You shitting me?
Do you think you could beat a camel in a race?
Backwards or
Because
forwards?
you kind of have the same kind of like hair as a camel.
I get a front hump, not a back hump, so I feel like I'm quicker underwater.
So,
But yes, I Love Wednesdays coming soon.
so I Love Wednesday. So this all started because he has his own bocce team down the Italian club.
What? Okay.
It's on a Wednesday night, which
Yeah,
Wednesday's
which
a
starts
great,
the weekend.
which Wednesday's the second best day of the week, by the way.
Well, what's the first?
I don't know. Where are you tonight?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm getting some white-headed pantry somewhere.
That's an Irish. We were in Irish gold.
Yeah.
What is that shit?
Yeah, it's Irish gold right here. Straight from Italy.
You're turning green.
That's not from the gold, my friend.
So you've been down. You've been down the Italian club. You've been
have.
doing your thing, interviewing people, doing a
Yeah,
great
those
job.
guys are real spark plugs down there. 2 teams have died this year,
Real.
so I guess we'll make the playoffs,
Two
baby.
teams have died. Another team's on the RICO Act.
Oh yeah. 2 got arrested. Lufthansa, 4 guys are gone from that.
What about the
so-
time that the 18-whaler came down there?
Oh, that guy couldn't drive a shit.
What a piece of garbage.
Price right. All those lemons with legs. Get down there quick. 2 for 3.
He was a Slovak.
Was he?
Yeah.
No, he looked a little like a land
Somebody
Portuguese.
stole his license.
Like an inland Portuguese. You know those ones with the hairy eyeballs?
What other events are you going to be covering in the future?
I don't know. But I'm doing the Newport 100 at Loudon, where everyone smokes 100 packs of Newport 100s, and we call it with Fox 25. You know, we get up there and get the hard weather and news with Lemanowitz and race cars and, you know,
Did you
have
ever?
sex with
Did
our
you ever like
families.
smoke? I know. Do you smoke cigarettes ever?
No, I quit smoking, and now I just grew into an elephant. So now it's either die of a heart disease or lung disease. So
But what cigarette would you smoke if you were like a full-time
Newport
smoker?
100 is my sponsor. Paul Malls were smooth. I don't know.
Marlboro Light 100s.
No, I like the Marlboro 100 Reds.
What are those real
Like a
skinny ones,
Cowboy
Klosky?
with long feet.
Virginia Slims, is that a thing?
Oh yeah, that's foreplay.
Those are long ones,
Oh
right?
yeah, that opens it up in the morning. You know, you shut the door when you take a shit when you smoke that one.
How you doing, Klosky?
Doing
You're
really
being very
good.
quiet tonight. You haven't said nothing. Your
you
hair
haven't
looks good.
stopped.
You got a little pot in the middle.
I
What's
grew,
a new haircut?
I grew it out on the top. The horseshoe thing's kind of over now. Nobody's.
Would you get
digging
arrested this weekend? They cut your hair for free?
it. Yeah, held me down. Did it right.
You look pretty good tonight. You're being
Thank
a little.
you.
You're dressed a little different tonight. I don't know why.
I gotta get you some
Like
I
an
Love
inmate.
Wednesday gear.
Yeah.
What
Kinda
size are
dressed
you?
like an inmate.
I Love Wednesday gear coming quick.
Old Navy starter kit. I wouldn't get excited.
Oh,
Who is Miss Monday this week?
Miss Monday this week is Dakota from Warwick.
Whoa.
Crisscross Titty Floss. She's a manager at a financial institution.
Fly
When
your
she's
drone down
not
there?
crushing numbers, you can find her at the beach working on her tan. Miss Monday is
great.
brought to you by Volo at 152 Humphrey Street in Swampscott. For amazing pizza and cuisine, call 781-584-6055 for takeout and delivery today.
was that
I
Dakota's
hope-
phone number?
What a
For
great.
pizza?
Let me tell
She
you.
might be the one bringing you the food, right?
That's one of the greatest bikinis I've seen in a long time. That's worth some money.
It's like Spider-Man.
Right. A good thing
That's
your
like a
photographer got from the moon.
That's a.
Zoom in there. Let's see.
Listen,
what
it was
we're
a
playing with.
friggin' drone.
Exactly.
Okay.
Get closer.
What do you mean?
Wednesday, my Wednesday show getting right in there.
Now, was that your type of girl you like right there, or is it just Tonzo likes
No,
that?
I want to see what her bedroom looks like behind her. The beach is sandy. We know that. What's going on behind you?
She has a double.
What outfit didn't wear that well that's on the bed behind you?
I heard she has a double king bed, a double king.
California King?
Yeah,
That's long in the legs? All right,
pretty
she probably
big.
does.
It's like the kind of bed like Shaq has.
Hey, as long as she's got a commode, I'm in.
What do you think, Clus? Do you
She's
like that?
really pretty, but I'll fuck anything in a Monday hat, really, right?
I mean, look, she got the Monday.
Wednesday.
Let me just tell you something. She bought 8 Monday chairs, by the way.
Are you serious?
She passed them out to her whole family.
Don't those
Yep.
the ones that have like the logo on the back of it,
Can
right?
you see it right there?
No, or just the guys with boats that they're on the beach that she's sitting at.
But she's a really nice kid.
So you
I
say
bet. Yeah, I bet
Dakota
she's
and her entire
fantastic.
family are sitting on your hard-on chairs?
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, the Sibian Monday chairs. Just plug them in.
Klusky, you know, you haven't missed the show. I want to commend you right now. Klusky's never missed
He's
the
a
show.
Cal Ripken, a human.
I missed the show. I was in friggin'. I missed the show, and he didn't
Don't
miss
you
the
ever
show.
go home?
I missed my own show like 2
Sometimes.
weeks ago.
I go home,
so
but my wife throws me out.
No Cal Ripken.
All right. All the Amex miles you got.
And let's talk about the eggplant. It's pretty good.
It was delicious.
Volo's, which is right next to the church, a couple doors down on Humphrey Street in Swampscott. Great eggplant.
Here's the deal. People go out, they spend $20 on a candle to make their house smell nice. Just pick up one of these eggplant palms. It just, the whole place is like,
What,
You don't
Yankee?
eat the
What,
candle?
Yankee Candle?
You eat the candle after.
what?
What's your favorite Yankee Candle smell?
Fenway, the grounds crew at Fenway. Not the lawn. The
They
guys
have a
working there for
Fenway.
$7
They have
an
a
hour.
Fenway
yeah.
Yankee Candle.
Oh yeah, remember Jeff Nelson hopped over there for the boards there to fight the guy?
Yes, I
the
do.
grounds crew.
Yes, I do.
How'd that work out in New York?
Didn't work out too good that year.
What'd you tell?
I like
Just say something about
statutory
tall
cake.
buildings, but hold that one in.
What is it?
For Yankee candles, statutory cake.
New York Yankee candles. Right.
All right, let's go to shoot the shit. You guys ready for this?
Whatever you want.
Woman detained at Colombian airport with possession of liquid
Look
cocaine.
at that. Jeez.
On Monday,
She's not natural.
On Monday, a woman was busted with nearly a kilo of liquid cocaine implanted
Yes.
within her leg.
I love
She
the
was
high
a
necks.
42-year-old hairstylist. She arrived on a flight from California at El Dorado International Airport in Bogota, and she was waiting for a connecting
MRI?
flight to Madrid. So she made it through the United States with this surgery. Police surveying the boarding area became suspicious of her because she looked like she was in pain. Then they approached her just to kind of feel her out, and she started acting very weird. At that point, I'm sure one of them grabbed her inappropriately in between her legs, and then they found her.
What's
So she-
cocaine? What is it? Cocaine?
Liquid cocaine.
Oh, nose muskets.
Have you ever done it?
Chugging nose beers?
Have you ever done
No,
liquid
no,
coke?
no, no, no.
You just do
I've
the
never had
powder?
the Colombian cold. No, never. What are you talking about?
Do you do the powder?
Oh, yeah, I'm a 500-pound cokehead. If that makes sense. Should have read the instructions, right? Fuck.
So she got plastic surgery to hide the coke, and she got
Should have
caught.
got it first in
It
her
was
cooter to tuck that thing back in.
780 milligrams. I'm sorry, 780 grams of liquid cocaine. I don't know what that's worth on the street level to warrant doing this. How much could you have made from that?
I mean,
So much more room there.
she's kind of a portly woman.
Yeah. Well, she's like a kangaroo.
That's
Well,
what
there's
you,
other places to put it,
yeah.
not your thigh.
you want to pick
There's
a
other
big girl.
holes, right?
When
Is
you're
that really
smuggling
her
drugs.
vagina, or is that just her hip bone?
That's what? That's a
Right
Nokia.
there.
There's
That's
a
a Nokia.
camel
That's
toe
a
right
cargo
there.
pocket. Look at that.
She's big boned. Are you sure it's not a guy?
She's got something in her left tit there.
So what did she hide? Straws and needles, like.
It was literally like a pouch containing just the liquid form of cocaine, which I don't understand. Do you have to shoot that with a
Yeah,
needle,
what is that
or do
liquid
you
for?
would you drink it? I don't understand
That's
how you
no
take
You
it.
put it under your tongue.
it and you mix it up to
Yeah.
make the
You put it
In a
under your
drink?
tongue.
cocaine
Right.
afterwards. It's just a way to
Right.
condense it.
Yeah, because
Ah,
you
all
smoke
right.
coke, you would know.
The hell's that supposed to mean?
You can smoke it too?
Listen, Tonzo's my go-to guy when I want to know about drugs.
Why is that?
Because
Native American?
he's brilliant about it. He read about it or something. Or
Oh,
maybe,
yeah, I'm sure you
he's a
read about
chemist.
maybe he tried about it. I don't
Made
know.
a song about it and read about it.
I know Bobby might know because they were roommates.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone here is from Lynn, so I mean that's like a gen ed.
Another one.
at
We're
most
from
wrong with-
Swampscott.
what's wrong
We
with
can
Lynn?
read.
All right, we're going to go to the next one.
Sure.
Actually, I did a little reporting on my own. Actually, can
We're
we?
on site, remember?
Yeah, you guys sent me out there. Can we just show a couple minutes of the clip?
Hey, Klasky, you can do whatever you want.
Ah, thanks, man.
Your time, bud.
Let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Mr. Phillips, Tim McClaskey, I Love Mondays News. Did you guys find anything?
We found large quantities of liquid cocaine.
Oh wow, liquid. That's the good shit. How did they get that in there? Were they sneaking it in up their assholes or basins? Did they use basins?
There was a basin full of cocaine.
All right, so you're saying you checked every single person's asshole individually, personally, and it was all in the basin? What specific bucket did they use and how full was it?
Pigtail bucket, 3/4.
3/4? All right, how about rock? Was there any rock? My baby liked rock. You gotta have some rock. Could we get any rock?
There were 2 large chunks of, I believe, cocaine wrapped in black plastic and sealed with masking tape.
Yeah, Phil, in the States we call that rock. Let me ask you something. This is going to be completely out of left field. What's the weirdest thing you've ever jerked off with?
The most, well, I would say is an obscene thing that I came upon was a copy of the Bhagavad Gita.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds really dirty. That's really all the questions I have for you today. Phil, you've been great. Thank you so much. On behalf of I Love Mondays News, this is Tim McClaskey signing out.
You know something, Klasky? You never cease to amaze me.
Frank Philippi Ryan.
Those frequent
I mean,
flyer miles are.
I felt like
good.
that was like the Godfather, like Godfather 2, remember?
Yep.
When they flew the guy in from Italy? That kind of reminded me of that.
McCluskey was only in the first Godfather.
Well, he got whacked.
That's true.
Taped the gun in the bathroom.
3 was a mess. When he fought Creed.
Is it okay? Bubba, can we go to the next one?
Whatever you want, man. It's your day, I guess. Wednesday's not enough for you.
I don't know. Men who struggle to get it up are twice as likely to stink at work as well.
Researchers
to jerk
surveyed 52,000 men with ugly wives between the ages of 40 and
Yes.
70 from 8 countries. About 25% of the men with erectile dysfunction suffered from poor work productivity,
hog on that one.
compared to the 11% of men without ED. Men with ED were also 2 times more likely to stay home from work and to work while sick.
Maybe a few squats.
Can we talk about bonus?
I would love to.
I love
mean,
Christmas
real
bonus.
quick,
Christmas
like,
bonus is my favorite.
Do you guys wake up every morning with a rod?
Every day.
Every day.
my significant other's name's Steven, but Rod, Steven, whatever. I understand where you're going.
But
You wake up with a boner even though you're 500 pounds.
absolutely. It's going to find it. If I find it before it goes down, I'm in.
When's the last time you
I got like a shot clock.
When's
you
the
know
last
what I
time
mean? When
you
it
saw
goes
your
hard-
dick without looking in the mirror?
I don't know. You saw it probably before I did. I haven't seen it in a while. I just point and fucking point and pray.
Do you shave bald
I'm
down?
hands free. I got a Bluetooth. You know what I mean? I just point it and put my pants to the floor and take a shit.
I mean, these guys, you know, they have low testosterone.
Yeah.
They're depressed. You
That's
know,
why you play softball?
Why? Do they have low
Yeah.
testosterone?
Yeah. It's like the commercial. Frank Thomas and that new pill at GNC over the
That's
counter.
a difference. That's pro baseball guy.
You're
Oh,
allowed.
thank you.
Frank,
Thank
hey,
you.
he's got a howitzer on him.
You're allowed to be hard.
Fucking,
at
you came
softball,
around
right?
second without fucking.
got a
looking.
bazooka.
You look down at your feet when you run.
Can't see my feet when I run.
I can't see anything, so you got one up on me. I didn't even make the fucking team.
This is one of those studies where it's like, yeah, no shit, right? Like,
It must be depressing
fucking-
though, not to get a boner.
Oh God.
Like,
But
how would
hey.
you feel if like you could never get an erection?
Well, that's
Well,
why
it
there's
depends.
a.
Do I
That's why I
want
go
an
to food
erection?
courts. Food court.
and can't
good.
get it, or do I not
You're in.
care at all? Because that might be freedom. I don't know.
Sbarro, umi chicken. You're right back where you started.
What's
Fuck
like?
Viagra.
What's like equal? Like, what happens to a woman? Like, what's if she,
Like, if instead of wanting to ejaculate, you just really felt like baking a cake, would you
Cleaning
trade?
the
That might be better.
floorboards and punching him in the throat. Yeah, there you go,
might
wifey
go
of
for
the year.
that.
do women get liquid cocaine down there?
You could do it if
If
you
they're
wanted to.
smuggling it from Bogota.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, at least like you know they're going to work and they're not walking around boners all the time. Right. You know, which is kind of good.
My sandwich maker is broken.
All right, let's go to this next one. Revealed the special kit used by HBO's intimacy coordinator to help actors simulate realistic sex.
Alicia Rodas, 38-year-old female former actress and stuntwoman, was hired by the network last year to essentially be its head sex scene coach. Like, what are there, 14 people that are underneath her? Or at least one.
Glorified
As part of her
fluffer.
job,
Call
she
it what
talks
it
to
is.
the actors about her intimate scenes before they're filmed. She does, like, the movement, the placing, the choreography of where the boner goes, where the vagina goes. She also carries knee pads or elbow pads in case someone's on, like, a hard surface and they need to do a blowy scene.
Chloroform, duct tape, shovel, lime, trunk.
She got her start on the TV
Foreplay.
series The Deuce, and now she leads roughly 24 intimacy coordinators at the network.
In between doing floors with a knee pad, she tells people how to have sex. That's great.
Seems like a pretty easy job.
Yeah. Here you
I
go.
mean-
Here's boob. Go ahead.
It seems like something. The best person for this job would be like a 13-year-old guy who's like, "This is how you have sex. You
Easy,
rub your
father.
thing on the outside of her thing, and then that's how."
That's all I
the
need. Some
best person
13-year-old
for this
again.
job.
12 is where I ended.
What major do you take in college to be a sex coordinator?
Drop out.
Yeah. You drop out and you start banging the guy that was selling weed to everybody on campus.
Daytime at Salem State.
He has you banging like 4 or 5 of his friends. You start to figure out how to get him to come quickly, and then you go, "Oh, I have a degree in something."
It's like that koozie you hold on to.
That's a little weird. The whole thing, coordinating
Yeah.
thing.
She doesn't
What-
know anything.
No, what's she know?
Isn't it like the cinematographer's responsibility to film the angle and like, you know?
Do you ever think like when you're watching like a sex scene in a movie that they're really doing it, like for
Nope.
real?
I'm really am.
There've been a couple, right?
I'm all that matters.
What,
I
what,
make me come.
Dirk Diggler?
Something probably happened
No,
in that. I
Marky
could
Mark
see
does
that.
not make me hard. Get that straight.
That
He
was not
swiped
Marky.
the record.
That was not his dick, by
You
the
ever
way.
see Caligula?
So he left the Pats game early when they beat the Falcons.
Caligula.
He's shit.
Somebody
did?
was
Burgers suck.
fucking in
Everything's
Caligula.
He's a shithead.
Caligula was a
His
great movie,
underpants.
wasn't it?
It was pretty. I watched it beginning to end every day for the last 7 years.
What, you get the what, Cinemax? You're a Cinemax guy? I love Cinemax.
No, just a really dirty VHS tape.
Oh, yeah. You ever make a mixtape of VHS movies? I knew I liked you.
All right, the next one's out of Japan.
Sweet.
Japanese mayor arrested for suckering a barmaid in the kisser when he was drunk.
Uh-oh.
Kunio Watanabe was drinking alone in a bar in Nakawa, Hiroshima.
You offended 2 of our viewers.
He was attending a ceremony to mark the 74th atomic bombing anniversary. He was celebrating the anniversary of when we dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. The mayor says he denies the allegations because he doesn't remember them. But, you know, we thought
What
it
bomb
was
did we
kind
drop?
of...
KRS-One hit like years ago?
Yeah, it was probably like a... I don't know. What happened? Do you
We
remember
got
that?
bombed and
Do
started
you
beating
remember
up
that,
bartenders?
Carl?
Yeah.
Was Bruce Lee Japanese or Chinese?
Chinese.
How do you know?
I studied most of his Wing Chun, but, you know, I moved on to, like, grappling and the jiu-jitsu stuff. It's more practical.
So you're pretty tough.
Yeah.
I smell a benefit coming. Here we go.
Well, anyways, my father was in Hiroshima when the bomb was dropped, for real. 1941, was it?
When it dropped or after?
1942 is the video game.
He
He
pulled up in the boat after it was dropped.
Plow the road. Right, here you go. All right.
He said not all he saw was foundations.
Bodies, right.
Foundations. No bodies.
Foundations.
He might have seen. He saw geisha girls.
They got bamboo houses with fucking with hair on. What do you mean? Foundations over there.
I've
never seen a Japanese basement. Have you?
Listen, that was everything. Got
A dojo is above
everything
ground.
got blown away during Hiroshima.
But there'd still be foundations, especially with your guys that work. You know, they do a hell of a foundation.
My guys aren't in Japan.
But I'm saying if they learned from the Italians how to do a foundation,
They don't learn in
they'd
Japan
still
by
be
the
there. Everything
Italians.
would have rolled off their backs.
Who? I mean,
Who
invented macaroni?
The Italians.
Nope.
Oh, here you go.
Marco
Give some
Polo
Chinese
found it.
bullshit
No,
bullshit.
Marco Polo found it in China.
Oh, there you go. No, he found the pool.
Did you know that?
I do remember hearing that. They tell you every kid goes to school and studies the same stupid shit. Like that's gonna help me when I'm on a job interview in 30 years. You know who made macaroni? My people.
If only I learned how to do my own taxes, I wouldn't be worried about Japan.
Yeah, I kind of play between. You can't really tell with the eyes. The Japanese though are
What about
really
this
cool.
mayor?
What's that?
What about this mayor who
Say it
whacked a
again
girl?
like you said it before.
He hit a girl.
He Pearl Harbored her, really. You know what I mean?
Cuba Good, remember that?
He jelly donuted her.
I like the Japanese because they took that Hiroshima thing and Nagasaki. That was two booms.
Yeah, but did you ever see Pearl Harbor?
And they still
Affleck was
they're
out of his
still cool
mind.
with us, right? They're
Hero.
like,
Well, they still got built back up.
Yeah.
Which, they survived.
Yeah,
the survivors.
Yeah,
It's
they
true.
put the cloth back over the doors.
They were sneaky though.
yeah. And the Godzilla movies, they don't have to thank
Where was
us.
Godzilla?
For that,
Where was
but that's where
Godzilla,
that
huh?
came from.
Hiroshima?
You like those kind of movies, huh?
Anything
Godzilla,
with a
you
man in
came
a
in after.
costume.
Too late, bud. Do whatever. He had the day off, apparently.
All right, enough of Japan. Let's go to the next one.
You're the one bringing the fucking shit up.
I really had something to do with Hiroshima.
Wednesday. What?
I had something to do with Hiroshima. I wasn't even
Your
born
father
yet.
was there. I wasn't there. My father, I don't know where he was.
Hey, I
I haven't know where he was for 20 years.
Can I
He
ask you a
wasn't-
quick?
wasn't there.
Can I ask you a quick question on a
No.
on a
Been in
sidebar?
Hiroshima.
Sure,
I
sidebar.
drove by your
Cut.
house. I drove by your house today.
Yeah.
What was all that trash out there? The friggin', you know what I'm talking about? The red velour chair.
No.
You had
Oh,
also-
fuck dolls? Yeah.
No, all the stuff you had, all the trash you had outside your house today.
No, that was I'm doing my sex slave dungeon and back into a dojo so I can start training again.
You didn't know anyone drove by your house today.
Why would you drive in my house? Where you going?
I was in the neighborhood.
You're everywhere. Go to bed.
I don't
Take a
sleep.
week off, will
I
you?
don't sleep much.
Fuck.
He has drones.
Since when are you wearing loop earrings? By the way,
I've known you for 20 years. I've had the same earrings in from Pearson Pagoda. You are such a good friend. Thanks for having me in this sauna once a month. So
it's
I can
really
just hate
no. You're the
myself.
only guy who's overheating up here.
Another fat joke, all right. 2-0 you. Let's go to Vermont and play some ball. What
I'm
do you think?
sure you'll get
Let's
me
get
back.
the real heavy hitters from Vermont. Burlington's got a hell of a team. In between the Birkenstocks and smoking pot. Yeah, Burlington. Oh, they
We were in
they got their
Canada.
own signature bats.
Hey, we're in Canada, by
You
the
can't
way.
get into Canada. Not with that face.
Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, please.
Female tries controversial vagina steaming procedure, once promoted by Gwyneth Paltrow.
The woman from
Good.
Canada was trying to relieve the symptoms from vaginal prolapse. Yeesh. The doctor told her to sit on a boiling pan of water with an herbal mix. Experts have
What is this, in
warned-
Deadwood?
Experts have warned
Yeah,
against
wow.
V-steaming, which can cause burns and infection. The traditional treatment is used to freshen or tighten the vagina. It is
That's a-
becoming popular in Western culture because women are bored and
What are you
loose.
showing? That's how they make dumplings.
Everybody wants to tighten their vagina, let's face it.
Why? Let it rip.
What do you
Let's
mean?
play fun. Let's play catch.
Who needs
Whatever.
who needs a
I
bowl
like
of
it,
soup?
If I had it, I'd be like a kangaroo, just putting whatever I could in there. Just
Don't you
taking
want like
notes.
don't you want like tight rubber or you want a fucking bowl of soup?
Whatever. It's
It
not
depends.
Like
Do I
she's
want to
there.
show off or?
Right. Once that
What's-
bedroom door gets locked, I already
What's
won.
her claim to fame? This one here besides
Why are you
shit.
doing the put bulls in? What are you doing?
This is my question. Why is Gwyneth Paltrow so invested in the science of tightening a
Who wants
vagina?
to, she looks like a chapstick naked.
It's
Who
almost
wants
like
to
John
see her-
Travolta.
Who wants chapstick with nipples? Probably hanging naked chapstick nipples.
Did she
You're
have
right.
kids?
Politics like someone gives
That's
a
why
shit.
she needs all this shit.
Did she have kids?
She's a glorified
Oh,
Renee
I'm sorry,
Zellweger
yeah.
is what she
She's
is.
got an outie vagina, I think. If you look
She's
at
got
her.
more roles we wouldn't care
Like,
about.
did you ever look at a girl and wonder if like she has an innie or an outie?
No. Well, yeah. As far as not belly buttons. Lower.
Yeah, I'm talking about the lips. That's
I'm
what
not,
I'm
belly button. No, I aim for the belly button. I mean,
You got to be careful though, because sometimes they'll just push in and put a Band-Aid over it. 100 times, I'm telling
What's
you.
your favorite type of vagina?
belly button.
I like the girl ones. I'm into the girl
Vagina.
Vagina. What's your favorite
Still on
type?
vacation. He's still talking fucking Vermont.
What's your favorite type of vagina?
ones. Do you have a
One that
pen?
won't yell. One
have
that
a-
won't scream.
Do you have a pen?
What do you mean?
I could draw. What do you want me to do?
No, just tell us about it.
I like
Pictionary.
No one can see you. They don't know who you are.
You're lucky.
I like it like clean and small and
Size queen.
yeah. I wanted to
I
make.
like it to go.
I wanted to make
I wanna
what
wrap
I'm
it up in wax
packing.
paper.
Yeah,
Do you want it to be like a puppet?
like a puppet.
Yeah.
Like have
Or like
put
a
my
wool
hand
sock.
in it.
Put your fist in
Wool
it.
sock. Oh,
I don't like that. That
What's
seems
this
weird
fist
to
and
me.
shit all about?
I don't know. It's a good way to lose
Hey,
a
what
watch.
time you show over?
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to talk with Coach Joe Gilbert. He's going to be on the show from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's the offensive line coach. He used to be with the Indianapolis
Some other
Colts.
team that sucked.
Yeah. No, but they have a great team this year. The Buccaneers are going to be a great
Jameson
team this
Winston's
year.
at quarterback. I'll go ahead.
Yeah, you go against them?
Come on.
You said he's
Now,
the
look at
hottest worker.
coach. Bruce Arians a hell of a coach if he doesn't have a stroke on the sideline.
Right.
Other than that, he doesn't have the little weasel hamster, the guy from LSU.
They get the best wide receiver in the league on the team.
Oh.
I don't know his name, but he's good.
He's so good you don't know.
No, because I don't care. I'm a Patriot guy. I don't give a shit
Mike
about
Evans,
that.
the guy-
But I care about this coach. He's a
Barely
good.
catch a cold.
This coach is a great guy. We're going to hear about the upcoming season of the Tampa Bay Bucs.
Go
We'll be
Bucs.
back in a few minutes.
If a priest comes on to you, give him 3 Hail Marys and 10 haymakers. Be a man.
So I'm here today with
Nothing, man.
Coach Joe Gilbert, offensive line coach for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's your first year here, right?
It is. I got here in January. Very excited.
January is a good month to show up in Tampa, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's a little smoking hot right now. I'll tell you that much. It's
What's the time?
January, it's 95, between 92 and 95, and the humidity is right up there, nice and high.
I'll tell you what, up here in Boston, we have the same weather as you right now. It's crazy.
Yes. Well, I was up in Nantucket, and you blew me off and wouldn't come over and see me, but it's all good.
Let's talk about Nantucket, okay? Do you ever see Coach Bill? Do you ever see Belichick down there?
I've run into him one time, actually, at a local seafood place that everybody kind of goes and buys fresh seafood, and he happened to be in there one time.
Did you buy him a fish?
I did not. Did not say hello or whatever, but he was in there.
Really? But you know who he is,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yes.
I mean,
Yep.
you guys have met before. Now, what about his offensive line coach? You told me great things about him.
Dante Scarnecchi's a great guy. Dante's one of the older O-line coaches in the NFL, class act, really good coach, and does a heck of a job, and retired for a little bit and then went back, and he does a fantastic job up there.
So he's like as good as everybody says. Because one year that they didn't have him and the offensive line stunk. Then they brought him back in, and he was unbelievable.
No, he's and Dante's like I said, he's been doing it for a long time. Very, very sharp. I remember when I had, and actually the Patriots took when I was in college, took 2 of my offensive linemen, both had actually held down the right tackle spot for the Patriots close to 15 years, between Nick Kaiser, who I coached at the University of Toledo, and then Sebastian Vollmer, who was the other tackle. And Seabass came in and took Nick's job. And I think between the two of them, it was close to 15 years they held the right tackle spot for the Patriots.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, you know what? Enough about the Patriots. We want to talk about you and the Bucs, all right?
Yep.
I'm sorry I went on to that. But so
you're a New England guy. Come on,
I know.
what else?
But this is about you. It's not about New England. So what a journey you've had in coaching. What was your first coaching job?
Actually, I was at the University of Albany, which at the time was a Division III school in upstate New York. Worked for a legendary head coach there by the name of Bob Ford, who put a lot of guys in the coaching profession, and I mean a lot of guys, and really a class act to work for. And then from there, went to the University of Pennsylvania, and then was there for 2 years, and then went to Northeastern in Boston and worked for Barry Gallo. Yep.
Yeah.
And
it's from my hometown.
Yes, another class guy, Swampscott, and obviously a unbelievable guy, really one of the first recruiting coordinators in kind of hold that title when he was there with Bicknell and recruited Flutie, Phelan, all those guys that played at BC, and Barry was a great guy to learn for. And I was on his first staff and was there, and that's where I met my wife. Cheryl was when she was just graduated from Northeastern at the time. And so we were there, and then up to Maine. From Maine, a head coach at Mansfield University in Pennsylvania, and then from Mansfield to Toledo to Central Florida to Houston, Illinois, and then the Colts back to the University of Arizona, and now Tampa.
But what a journey. Now, do you like the pros, coaching the pros better than the college?
I would say there's pluses and minuses to both, Carlos, to be honest with you. I think the thing that's gotten really hard in college is the recruiting part of it. It's 365 days a year, 24/7. And you've got to be on your phone and Twitter and I'm not on Twitter. And I mean, I was because I had to at the University of Arizona. But that's how you get a hold of the kids. And every kid's a little different. Some kids really want the attention. Other kids are good with just a good old-fashioned recruiting process. And a lot has to do with the internet and all these, websites and everything now. It's just made it really, really hard.
It's almost like you're a salesman,
You are. And you're a salesman on yourself, the school, the program, but the bottom line is in college football, that's the lifeblood, is the recruiting part. So, if you do go, like I did this past year when I went back, it's you understand the what it takes and what you have to do, and that kind of you do it.
So you got a new offense, you got a new coach, Bruce Arians. Now that guy, he's a great guy from what I understand. Great guy. Worked for BA in 2012 at the Colts. He was the offensive coordinator. And then right after that season, ended up getting the job with the Arizona Cardinals, and that's when I stayed with Chuck. And but BA is a great guy, really good, great football coach, great offensive mind, he's got a knack about him, and I don't know what it is, but how he can get after the players and yet at the same time put his arm around them and love them up, and really is from that standpoint, it's got a pretty special thing about his way. Is I don't know what you want to call it, his mojo or whatever it is with the players, but he does a pretty damn good job with them. Yeah, he seems pretty like old school, like an old school coach, like from the old school. So he probably learned from some great coaches himself. He
worked for Bear Bryant. So I mean, obviously, exactly. Yeah, he's got pretty good lineage, that's for sure.
Now you spent some time with the former Heisman Trophy winner James Winston. He's a quarterback, and I heard he slimmed down, looking good. What's up with his game? How good is he?
I tell you what, he is one of the hardest working guys I've ever seen. I mean, he's in the first kid in the building, and he's the last one to leave. I mean, he's in there at 5 a.m. with one of our strength coaches, getting stretched out, trying to work on his mobility, his flexibility. He's in the meeting room studying. I mean, the young man works his tail off. He really does. He's got a great personality, fun to be around, and he loves football. I mean, that's the one thing people kind of, may not know the perception. This kid is, I've been nothing but impressed with him. Really have.
Right. Yeah, I'm a fan of him. I think he's a hard worker. The guy's he can run, he can throw. He's, great quarterback.
Yeah, it's like everybody taking over a new offense. It takes a little bit of time to understand the system and get used to it. And that's what, the one thing is he's made unbelievable progress from the time during OTAs and minicamp to now, just watching him and see how he's progressed.
Hey, listen, you were coaching with the Colts for about 6 years with our buddy Chuck Pagano.
Amen.
And then three years in a row, you guys were 11-5.
Yep.
What was it like trying to protect like Andrew Luck? That must have been tough because rising star.
But Andrew's such a great guy as well. Another hard worker, extremely intelligent, understood the protections and the whole thing. Andrew's just such a competitor, and it's kind of like Jameis. Like yesterday we had part of the scrimmage, and Jameis goes down and he threw an interception, and he's running down just like Andrew does and tries to make the tackle, and when he throws a pick, and it's just that competitive edge that some of those guys got. They're like, hey, we want to tell them to get the hell out of the way and don't worry about it. Let the rest of the other 10 guys make the tackle, but that's not how they're wired. It was the same thing with Andrew. He's such a competitor. The thing you would sit there is there's sometimes, there's just nobody open. Get rid of the ball and just dump it off. But he wouldn't, his big thing is he had a hard time giving up on the play, and so sometimes he would hold on to it and start running around, and hard to protect when he starts moving out of that pocket sometimes.
He's a big kid.
Big guy. Good 6'4", 240, 245, put together very well.
Hey, it must be pretty cool coaching in like the South, coaching in Florida in good weather. I mean, it probably stinks now because training camp's hot as hell. But, I mean, you must feel like you died and went to heaven. You're down there with a great coach.
Yeah, great coach, great. Hey, at January when you were up there freezing your ass off and shoveling snow, can't shovel sunshine. Let me tell you that, man. I don't miss that at all.
I'm sure you shoveled plenty of snowstorms yourself.
Living through New York and in the Midwest, there's no doubt about it.
Now, do you guys play Chicago this year?
We don't. I would have loved to.
That would have been nice. I'd be at that game.
Yeah, I'd be yelling at Chuck across the field for, hey, will you stop running all those damn blitzes, But no, him and I texted a few times. We touched base over the summer and right before we started camp. And I know he's excited and he's fired up and, and he's got a hell of a defense. So, with the personnel. So it's not like he went somewhere where the cupboard was dry. That's for sure.
I mean, they're saying you guys are the favorite in your division.
Yeah, I think that it'll be interesting. I know this, that the guys that we took in the draft have really helped on defense, and we really got some pretty good guys up front, and linebackers run well, so it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. I gotta figure out what's the best game for me to come down to this year.
Brother, you're welcome anytime. Just let me know.
Now, let me ask you, do you love Mondays?
Love Mondays for many reasons. Not just because it's your show, but I'll tell you, it's, hey, after you play a game on Sunday and you win, you go in on Monday and you evaluate the tape and you get a chance to see what you did right and you did wrong. And then Monday's the kickoff to a whole new week. You prep all, the previous weeks for that Sunday game. And come Monday, boom, you put that one behind you and you start all over again. And that's the fun part. It is. And people say, oh, it's the beginning of the week. And, for us, it's a beginning of a new challenge every week, on Monday. So it's 16 weeks, and that's the start of it. But
all right, Coach, go spend some time with your family.
Awesome. Sounds good, Carlo. Love Mondays, my man. Love Mondays.
Best day of the week.
Awesome. You ain't kidding. Love you, brother.
Love you, man. Take care.
All right, bye-bye.
Ciao.
Take a piss in a jug. Be a man.
Wednesday. Sorry,
it's Monday. Hey, Coach Joe Gilbert, classic dude. I've
line coaches are always maniacs.
That's where the game's won, right? The line. Everything's right in here.
Absolutely.
I think he's a line guy.
Yeah, I could tell.
Not Coke. I mean, offensive line.
Yeah, he takes the best selfies.
Oh my God,
I love it. He gets that. He pulls his little pant leg up there to show his quads there.
His quads, his abs. I think he's pretty jacked.
Yeah, I got a whole profile with him on it.
But Coach Joe Gilbert for the Tampa Bay Bucs is one of the classic dudes. I've been away with him a bunch of times. We had a lot of good times. We got hammered. I mean, he can drink. He can drink more than you.
We'll see, Coach.
We'll drink more than you. And
I'll push some sleds with you, bud, anytime.
I think they're going
to make some talent. Come up here.
They're going to make a good run at the division, too, over there.
Oh, yeah, that division of shit. Every team's 8-8 every year forever. But Cam Newton, yeah, he's good.
What about Antonio Brown, the new wideout for the Raiders? Something went on with him. Like, he ran himself out of Cleveland. I mean, who can run himself out of Cleveland?
Pittsburgh.
Now,
Pittsburgh.
Okay. Nice job.
Now
he's screwing things up with the Raiders. What's going on, Klusk? Do you even know about this?
Apparently I do.
Yeah.
This guy is an idiot, all right? He's sidelined for frostbite on his feet. That is due to using cryotherapy machines in France without
You
the
don't
proper
go in
foot
Planet
iron.
Fitness and do that thing they have there.
This
Everyone
guy,
knows that.
he was in France, all right? Brown, who recently signed a 3-year, $50 million contract,
Look at that athlete's
was
foot.
thought to be dealing with blisters after
Oh,
posting
my
a
feet
picture
look
Are those
on
bunions?
social
Those are
media
my feet.
with skin peeling from his feet, but that was not the case. Have you guys seen these cryo machines?
Yeah.
I've
I
never
cry
seen
all
them.
the time in the shower,
I mean,
in front of the microwave. I cryo everywhere.
I think my mother's done it.
Drive-through.
My cousin's done it, and it's like, you know, it freezes your body. You go on this thing, and
Did you pull their feet off?
Like in
Skin off their feet?
Terminator
I love
2?
peeling scabs, especially when they're not healed.
supposedly it works. It helps preserve your body. I don't know. I've never done it, but I'll try it.
Yeah, freeze my feet off. I can
But
run
like,
faster.
all right, so like,
Line
how
foam's
long?
left.
I feel like how many years do you get per 6 minutes in the bath? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. How long does that?
Superman.
Is it a Russian thing?
No, it's used in
course.
France. He said.
Russian
no, but I'm
baths
saying the
are
whole
different.
cryo thing. Did it start in Russia? Like I
Nothing
would think that
started,
it would.
except for bread. Nothing else started in Russia.
Bread started in Russia?
Yeah, that and vodka, bread vodka, potato vodka. Mm-hmm. Do your facts, will you? Over eating eggplant like you own the joint.
It's delicious. What about this guy's helmet? Is something going on with his
He
helmet?
said he can't. It ruins his vision, but he couldn't see Big Ben touching broads under the pants. But now he needs a new helmet from 8 years ago.
Do you think Big Ben really did that?
Probably not. I don't know. This show. I don't want to be controversial in this show at all. We need every woman we have out there.
You're never controversial.
No, never.
On the show.
I fly slow.
So do you think women are lying about this stuff?
Unless it's Duke Lacrosse, I'm pretty sure I'm on the home team.
He's threatening to quit if he can't wear the helmet.
No, tonight they already covered it. That he's not going to quit.
He's not gonna
He wants
quit?
his $19 million for
Oh, that's
putting
smart
a
of him.
yarmulke on.
Why, does he have a big head or something?
No, it says it ruins his vision. But Derek Carr's throwing the ball. You're not going to catch it anyway. He's awful. So who cares? The guys get close eyeballs. You see that thing on HBO? His eyeballs and his nose touch.
Those wide receivers in the NFL seem to have a hard time catching the football, don't
Yeah,
they?
from Ben Carr, because he's awful. He throws with his feet and scrambles with his hands. Yeah, the dancer, the original Boston.
That's okay. I thought he
Thanks.
played for Cleveland. Don't worry about it.
I saw this one article about the world's
Sorry, I
worst.
missed one. Tay Williams been at 4 or 6 for Christ's sakes.
You want to jump to something new?
Yeah,
I don't know
what's the
sports.
next thing?
I want to talk about something other than sports.
Yeah, he sucks.
Something
Of
I
course.
know all about is like construction.
And Girls Inc.
Mr. Monday, you've been in construction for years, and Bubba spent a lot of time in kitchens and on toilets. So I want to know. I'm sorry, I want to show you guys
Where'd
some
you get
of these
him from?
construction nightmares and hear your take on them. Okay?
Sure.
Basically, you guys are pseudo experts on this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's show you guys a picture. This one's for Bubba. This kitchen is fully functional with a stove, table, mantle, and a toilet.
How'd you get in my house?
Is this a complete misstep?
Your
or do
toilet's
you
way
like
bigger than that, buddy.
No,
what
I like the
this
small ones. I
architect
like the
was
side
thinking?
saddle. This is from the Titanic, Rose. That's my kitchen. Thank you.
That's beautiful, right?
Yeah. See the little area rug there in
We
front?
just ripped down a wall. I think there was like
open
a
the
petition
place
there.
up. Dinner
Yeah.
parties get weird when I, get the newspaper out. And
They got the
Sunday
beautiful
funnies.
dining room plates like
Yeah.
in the little thing
Yeah.
there.
Picnic
Looks like-
table checker kind of matches both
Yeah.
kitchen and toilet.
What do they get? Is that varnish on the mantle there? What is that? That's
Looks
not
like
my
a
house.
Three Stooges set.
Yeah.
Like
Kind of does.
Isn't the redwood out? Yeah. The toilet looks good from here. I'll try
that's
it out.
that. Like I mean, come on.
What?
Even
looks
Justice
good
couldn't,
to
even
me.
Justice couldn't fit in that toilet.
Sold. Yeah, I like a nice house with 2 bedrooms and
You
4
can
bathrooms.
fit one cheek on that thing.
Don't you like the idea of baking 2 sets of
Open up.
brownies at the same time?
I never got the whole hutch thing where you display the plates you don't eat off of.
I know.
Yeah, you got one.
That's
I've
an
seen
Italian
two at your
thing.
house. All that Nutri-Life on it there.
It's back when people had nothing.
Coffee
Herbal-
flavor.
Herbalife.
Whatever. Coffee
Get it
flavor
right.
that you don't like. It didn't work for me. Look. $200 down the drain.
You guys ready for another one?
Give up peanut
Mr.
butter.
Monday, we don't want to leave you out. This one's for you. It's always nice to have multiple bathrooms, but sometimes you just don't have the room. These people didn't have the room, and they decided to say, fuck it. What are your thoughts on this bathroom?
They got the tub from Georgie. There's open left.
Take a shower and then go break your neck falling down the
Yeah.
stairs.
I mean, think of having. It's like it's water country right there at home. $20, fly down the stairs, get pissed on.
Take a bath and do a backstroke down the steps.
Let's go.
Look at that shit. Jesus
Yo,
Christ.
where's the shower?
Look at the tile work.
Bottom of the stairs.
You can cut yourself on those friggin' edges
Oh,
in the
yeah.
tile. Look at
Yeah.
that stuff.
Mario Bellissimo, that tile work there. One shoe off.
And they have an access panel on the wrong end, by the way.
Yeah, that's open up there. Yeah, that's the chute. That's
It should be on the other end.
right.
Unless
Even he
it's-
knows that.
Unless there's sex toys in there or something.
Oh yeah,
Which is
yeah,
possible.
funnel cakes. Whatever.
What do you? I mean, what if it like an old person? What do they do? Got to step over
Just
there?
heave
It's like-
themselves down the stairs and hope their kids come to visit them. Like every other nursing home.
You guys have been to the International Inn down Cape Cod, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's a jacuzzi, by the way. You could never fit in that. But
Not with you.
No, you yourself could not fit in that thing.
Well, whatever. Come on in. Water's warm.
Let's do another one. These
Sure.
are fun. Everybody's
That's great.
giggling. Taking a shit is something you like to be comfortable doing.
Oh.
Bubba, what are your thoughts on this bathroom design with double toilets where your knees touch with your neighbor?
That is standard shit fight rules. I think they should be closer so you really... I like to when they're like looking eye to eye. Like if I have to turn my head for anything, I'll probably leave. But this year, they should be closer. This is competition style. This is how you make the big time.
You're not scaring me. We used to do chicken shit fighting. That
Dude,
was even
I
worse.
would-
The
hey,
guy on
two
top
litter
of the
boxes
shoulders.
and some sawdust, I'll fire away eye to eye.
It's gross.
Let's go.
That's
I
like a
can
weird.
get lower than you.
It's like a weird porno competition.
That's not. What's weird
Like,
about it?
Like, do you want to
Release-
shit? All right.
everyone shits.
Okay, first off,
All right.
I would rather shit next to you than a female. Like, do
I-
you want
I
to
couldn't
female
agree
shit
more.
next to you right there?
Yeah.
Like, you could get your wife or
We
your
could
girlfriend
look.
shit
You
next
ever,
to you.
you ever sit looking at the wall in front of you? The old reverse cowboy. They call it. You sit on like this and face the
Backwards?
wall.
Tony Nicosia does that.
I bet he. Yeah. So he doesn't drag his feet.
Oh, he does that. He sends
his
he sends us videos.
So his feet can touch the ground. Love you, Tony.
Well,
But
I mean,
bring the
that's-
guinea rug back and cigarettes. So I'll go back to Tony's.
Does it become a race?
It's just like like Klusky. Imagine you and me sitting there. I'll have the higher toilet because I'm taller. The other shorter one. We're sitting there. Hey, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? And do you wipe from the underneath, or how do you do it? The backside? How do you
I
wipe?
would go backside. And actually, honestly,
that's gross.
this would be less uncomfortable because the meetings we have now are just you shitting while I stand there. I would rather be able to dump as well.
Yeah, see the shop vac. The shop vac is out of the photo.
What about those old pull chain toilets? Do you ever see those?
In the
Those are
Godfather,
awesome.
yeah.
Those are the
I like
best.
those.
We should
tough to shit in.
Hey, anybody watching in the chat, put a little asterisk and then the name of the person who you would be okay shitting with in this position.
Who would you like to crap
Who's your
next to?
best shitting buddy?
People, people in
Brad.
there can type.
Tell your friend you love
How
him.
about like
What's
when
an
you go
asterisk?
number 2 and you don't have to wipe?
What?
It's like a clean duty.
like a hot day?
Yeah.
Patrick Swayze.
Oh, I love that.
Seriously.
Whoopi Goldberg was.
Have you ever
smoking.
had not to wipe like?
When?
I don't know.
I gotta
Probably
wipe
not.
everything, man.
Yeah, you're a slop.
Yeah, I carry. No, hey, but I smell good. I care. I peel things back and clean them.
Who would you
I'm
shit next to? If
respectful.
you had to pick one person you could shit next to, not worry about it.
Worry
It would
about
be
it?
like a skinny vegan kid or something, like somebody that's just gonna.
You want a
like,
stranger?
Yeah.
Oh.
You want somebody you gotta look at 2 seconds
I want
later?
a woman.
He
I
wants
want,
a
I want that
I want a
copper set.
stranger.
Are you one of those?
I want that copper under. Yeah. My joints hurt. There's copper toilet paper. That Brett Favre's got.
What's the next one?
Go ahead.
Mr. Monday, you've built numerous kitchens over the years. Have you ever seen one with a hot tub in the kitchen that wasn't in a fuck film?
That's a crock pot. Good fucking.
Maybe that's like a sink in like a backward culture. Do you know, like some other country? Maybe that's what they do. Like that's probably
I know,
a sink.
I know exactly what this is. It like that
It drains
window
as a
faces
toilet.
something that they want to look at, and she was like, "No, we have to have the hot tub there." He's like, "It's the middle of the fucking
No, but you
kitchen."
could wash a lot of pans and dishes and plates in
I
that.
don't know, but the dark wood behind it, I don't think it brings out the.
That looks like
character
tile,
of the
buddy.
world. Right.
Oh, you mean the wood?
Right.
The
I mean,
cabinets.
I'd remodel that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it must be like.
More sink, less cabinets.
Yeah, it's like no weed somewhere in Norway or something.
No,
That's for
no
the
way.
wife that can't make pancakes, but she can
That redwood- isn't
suck
that
a
redwood shit
rim
out?
on you while
Where's
you
the
look
microwave?
at the woods.
In the
But
bathroom?
there is-
My microwave's in my bathroom, so who am I to talk?
There is a step up. There is a step up to that thing too. I mean, it's strange.
It's a crock pot, glorified crock pot.
I'm not saying no to that. I went
Say
to
put it much, bud.
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break and then we'll be right back with more from Bubba.
Yeah, we're back in the scene here. I'm with Peter from ANC. Look at him. He's a mass-builded man. Peter, how are we doing tonight?
I'm doing fabulous.
Now, what's your max?
Max what?
Bench.
Bench, like 250.
All right.
I'm all show, no go.
Are you?
Yeah.
You know, I'll send you my regimen.
Yeah, can you go to the gym with me one day, maybe?
Absolutely.
Do a workout routine?
You have a fax machine?
Fax? Yeah.
All right. I only deal with fax machines.
Nice.
I don't trust the emails.
Well,
I like paper and ink.
Maybe I'll page you one day and we can go to the gym.
Yes, I'll be there first. We're going to get me on a regimen here. We're going to show off some vitamins. I'm going to come back here in 6 weeks.
Come to my store.
I'll go to your fucking store.
He's going to come to the store, do an interview. Maybe I'll interview you at the store.
Interview me. My man Peter over here. Go check him out over there in Everett by the casino. He's going to make you look the best you ever did.
Absolutely.
Let's fuck.
Ready to react at American Nutrition Center where you get ripped, not ripped off.
Did you get some vitamins from Pete Morrell?
Oh, yeah. Vitamins, minerals, whatever you need. I get multiple vitamins.
That guy's classic.
Yeah, he's good. He's a handsome guy.
What's this thing about sugar babies?
Carl, there's a subculture out there of sugar daddies and salt daddies and sugar babies. People are fucking, okay? What does it all mean? There's basically an app. Anybody can get this. It's called Seeking Arrangements. It's the world's largest sugar daddy dating site, connecting sugar babies with successful people for mutually beneficial
Women are
relationships.
getting lazy.
I'm going to do the shorthand on this is sluts for cash, right? You know.
The last sugar daddy
So,
I had
I mean, they're
pulled my
sugar
teeth
babies,
out.
but they're actually at least 18. They're not like baby babies.
Of course.
Right, okay.
It's
Unless
a
you got the
guide
money.
to, and it's not just that. It's teaching girls. It's like a guide to doing this, so that young girls can learn this. They've got to be 18, of course. But once you turn 18, you need a guidance counselor, someone who's going to walk you hand
My
to
last
hand.
sugar
into
daddy
this
ripped my
thing.
teeth out. You know.
It shows you how to impress
He was
them.
a hell of a fucking. Yeah, he was a violent man.
Here's some of the things. It shows you how to impress them. It shows you how to avoid a cheap salt daddy. You don't want no cheap salt daddy.
Who wants a salt daddy?
Nobody
Sugar
wants no
is
cheap salt
sweet.
daddy.
No one wants an angry.
There are currently
high,
20 million
glucose.
users of this app.
So, I mean, these girls, I think probably their fathers passed away. They never had a father.
No, they didn't. Their
Right?
uncle was their first love, and now they're just trying to get their rent paid for.
Somebody in the chat, look up the statistics for like the father dying for a girl.
We're asking
and
a lot
seeing
of
if
our
it's the
fucking
same.
viewers here.
That'd be interesting. That's a little screwed up, right?
Yeah, I mean,
They're just waiting for him to die and get his money.
I mean, what's the age difference between? Is that father and daughter right there?
But this isn't like long term,
So
right?
odd.
This is like I need a laptop and I need a date this weekend. That kind of thing, right?
I'll flick your prick around for an hour.
We're not talking about you get my mansion when I die. This is like
I love when they do that and they give it to somebody else, like Anna Nicole Smith.
her profile
Unless you
is
drown in
just
the
her
bathtub
and
with
Daisy
NyQuil.
Dukes holding an AIDS test. That's all that this is.
Pretty much. Cool hair. Hey, I got the Kool-Aids.
What's the youngest girl? I'm not gonna even ask.
Yeah, let's not do that at all.
Let's not even go there.
Did you read the script?
That was gonna
Yeah.
go bad.
I shouldn't even be in this area.
What's the oldest guy you'd sleep with right now?
51.
How'd you know I just had my birthday?
How do you know? How do you know? You old prick.
But how much money is a sugar baby gonna cost me? Right?
5 cents.
But what does this actually all mean?
I get a blowjob if I take this girl to Applebee's 3 times. That's just
Obviously,
dating,
standard
right?
issue.
That's just
That's
dating.
written on the menu on the backside by the raw food.
Do you
This
think
might
these
be-
girls have regular guys their own age? Like,
No, that's
as
why
a
they're
real
going after
boyfriend?
the fucking.
A Lester
they go to
Diamond?
the
Yeah,
Abbott
they
house.
they
It's a
all
night
have a
out.
Lester Diamond.
A guy with the real boner, not the flopper.
Oh, imagine that.
Yeah.
Skin.
The pimp. You're
They were
talking about.
circumcised, but you got to pull it back like a vacuum.
All right, what do you guys think about these meatless options at restaurants now?
Yeah, everyone's doing
I
it.
know, I know you don't like it.
Yeah.
Dunkin' Donuts, White
What, do
Castle,
you not pre-screen your guests? You're going to ask me a meatless question?
Burger King, Subway. They all announced this week that they're going to have a meatless meatball sandwich coming soon. It's made with plant-based meatballs,
And parking
Beyond
stubs.
Meat, marinara sauce, provolone, parm cheese.
Is that Subway?
Subway.
I've never stepped on a Subway in my life.
The train or the food?
No, I've gone to the train. I get lost every time. But
To go to the food.
I've
You
never
get
gone
lost
to a
there.
Subway sub shop in my
Awful.
life. Never.
Awful.
I've driven by them. I've walked by
Awful.
them.
Thumbless
What
hand
about you?
job.
Have you? Don't you supply their bread?
Yeah. You thankless shit.
They make their own in-house.
They make their own
They make
cardboard
their-
bread.
No, they put it in put it in the oven in 5 minutes and then do their nails and then come back and call their children back.
They have really good Diet Pepsi at a lot of the Subway locations.
It's really good
around
Diet
town.
Pepsi. Fountain sodas. They get that and those.
Is turkey considered meat?
It's a fish.
Turkey
Poultry.
fish. It's
Poultry.
like turkey fish.
Right,
Yeah.
turkey fish.
Yeah, it's good
They
stuff.
lay eggs.
Here's
Every
the
other
deal.
fish.
If somebody made if somebody came in with a tray of meatballs, right,
I'd
and
leave.
you didn't know that they were not
If they're from
beef
Volo, I'll stay.
or meat based, and you ate them and you liked them, would you consider eating them more often, or is it
No.
tradition you would want to eat cow?
If a penis tastes like chicken, would you suck it?
It doesn't, and I still do.
So apparently you have no palate.
Can a fish and a bird get married?
In my house, they can. I'm a
Oh, can you
justice
imagine
of the
that
peace.
ceremony?
Like, okay, what fish and what
It's like
bird?
the Holy Family
What
Fair.
fish and bird could get married to each other?
Peacock.
Could marry what? Kind of fish.
Trout.
Swordfish.
A land trout.
Oh, a swordfish and a freaking peacock. I'd
They
love to
would-
see that thing chop it up.
I'm glad you drew the line there. You
Yeah.
took a hard stance on
Yeah.
that one. That's
Oh,
that's
yeah.
it. Those two can only do it together.
More, I like those bird questions though.
Really?
Big Nelly Furtado fan.
Are
over
you
here.
like a photographer of birds?
No, I just beat off from my window and stare.
Ooh, The Melissa Etheridge style. I like
You
it.
masturbate about animals having sex. I mean,
No, just
I mean,
Line forms left, bud.
I have a mouse trap in my birdhouse, and it's just hilarious to me.
What do you catch? Eel?
Anything.
all right. So I think the show's almost over. How you guys
Thank
feel
Christ.
about that?
Enough of this meatless bullshit.
You're sweating like an animal.
You smell good. What do you want from me? The ventilation up here is just synergy.
Well, it's good to see everyone tonight.
No, it's
I
great.
hate when Mondays end. I get really
I do
depressed.
too. Hey, can I-
Wednesday at 8 p.m. live.
You got
on
something? You
Facebook.
got something to promote?
August 24th at 222. It's in Boston. It's right across from the
afternoon
the
open mic's
Garden,
perfect. Yeah.
Where all of the sports legend things happen. Come over. We have some hilarious comics. Friend of the show, Trisha Ald, will be on.
Trisha Ald's great.
Oh, Trish
Friend
the
of the
Dish.
show, Chris Justice, will
Trish
be
the
on.
Dish. Oh, the
We
big
got
man.
a whole lineup, so come on
The
down.
bread guy's going to be on.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Empty cobs.
Hey, we got a big show coming up September 14th, which we'll
Oh, yes.
really
With
promote.
my friends Cocaine Tongue are going to come out there.
Tell
Guns
us
N'
about
Roses.
Cocaine Tongue.
They're amazing. They're better than Guns N' Roses. I've
Really?
seen Guns N' Roses and Cocaine
Guns
Tongue.
N' Roses, aren't they all dead?
Pretty much. Once the drummer left, they were shit. But Axl, he's good for 2 or 3 songs. Then he starts unbuttoning things and things start falling. He's shit. The spaghetti incident, don't even bring that up. But the Cocaine Tongue, it's all for the veterans. Where is it?
It's at the Hot Nights of Columbus. September
Great.
14th.
Police, you hear that?
Yep.
Nothing but Chinese
Sign our
democracy.
tickets now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll really start promoting it this week.
Yeah, that'd be good. It's 2 weeks away.
All right. Listen, everyone, enjoy the last couple hours of your Monday. We'll see you next week. Who's on the
Wednesday's
show
coming.
next week?
Me.
Who knows?
We'll see you Wednesday at 8 p.m.
We got the Saturday Night Live cast on next week. You guys got to watch the show. Monday on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Monday!